Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing wonderful. Today we will be solving this question from LeetCode, which is going to be reverse words and string. So basically we are given a string and then there are multiple words in that particular string, and then we have to basically reverse the order of the words in the particular string. So it says that given an input string, reverse the order of the words. So basically, if it is the sky is blue, we have to put this blue in our front, and then same like that, we have to reverse this particular string. Each of the words should be removed, and then we have to take care of one or two edge cases, which is basically if there are multiple like spaces, basically a leading spaces and then the trailing spaces like this. If you see it here, you have leading spaces some before hello word, so you don't want that. And then also if your string has trailing spaces like this here after word, you need to remove that too. And then between each word you have to have only one space like this. If you see it here, hello world have only one space. When you reverse this, you will have world hello, and it has to be one space in between both of those words. So how would you achieve this particular problem? Well, if you simply know a built-in function that is provided by a C++, which is a reverse function, I'll write it down here. There's a reverse function is C++. You can simply use this method or function to achieve your problem. How can you achieve this? Well, initially you will use your reverse function in this particular string, right? So if you do it here, if you simply use this reverse method and then pass your beginning pointer of string and then ending pointer of your string, your entire word which was the sky will be reversed, and then it will be like this: YKS and then EHT. So your result will be this. But the goal is not to have this. We need to have sky in our front and then the in our back, right? But the one good thing is that although you don't have sky as it is, you have the form of the sky that you can generate using this particular string, right? You basically swapped the value using this reverse function. Now how about this? You use a loop and then ignore spaces, right? Ignore spaces and then extract this particular word, right? Extract that word which is going to be YKS. Now use your reverse function again here. If you use the reverse function same as it is here, it will be converted to SKY, and define your answer which is going to be empty string, and then push your or pass your this particular word in this answer and repeatedly calculate like that, extracting the particular word. How do you extract it? Well, if you have any space in your string, you will exit out of the loop, and then by the time you will either have word or you have an empty string. So that's how you can do it. Well, let me show you here how can you achieve this in a code, right? So initially what you can do is this will be your first step. This will be your first step. Now for the second step, I'll write it here. Second step will basically going to be defining a string word. Define it as an empty string because you don't have anything. We're trying to assign this particular YKS in that word. By basically our string is like this right now, YKS EST, since we reversed our original string, right? When we reverse this string, we have this particular answer. Now we want to reverse it again by word. For that, we have to use a loop in order to extract this particular word. We will use our loop like this: while our I value is less than n. Well, I starts from 0 here, and then n means the length of the string, right? I'm gonna have to use one more loop in here, so I will show you how can we do that before. So simply assume that your I is starting at this pointer, and then we have to check if I is less than n or not. N is basically the size of the string, and then we have to also check one more thing, which is going to be our str of I should not be equal to space. If it is space, we won't take anything. Well, how? What does that mean? Well, let's say you have a string initially like that, T H E and then S K Y and then some spaces here, right? Well, you just reversed it and then you have your sky like this here. YKS, right? Now, if your I value is pointing to this space, we don't want that, right? So that's what I'm saying. So we don't want that space. And then if the condition meets, we will pass our each character in this word variable, which is basically a string, strfi, and then our pointer will be moved once, right? As soon as this condition meets or this condition will will simply, let's write on this here. Initially our I value is 0, my word will be y, after that I will be 1, it will be k, after that I will be 2, it will be s. Now as soon as this condition meets, s of I has been moved here. Since that doesn't meet our condition, so this loop will automatically cancel, this will not run again, right? As soon as that happens, we will use our reverse function and then pass this word dot begin and then pass word dot end. This will basically reverse our word, right? Which was YKS, and then if we use this, our answer will be SKY. That's how we will simply have our function or the loop ready. Now, since I have used I and then I have to complete these tasks to every word, I have to use one for loop in my given string, which is going to be for I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Basically, this will be inside of for loop. Now, when I use this condition, what happens is, let's say I have my string like this. If you see it here, let's say I had my string like this, which was basically sky. Let me write it here. SKY and then THE and then pretty space there. Now, when we initially reverse that string, we will have our answer like this, EHT and then YKS, right? Now, since our word is empty here initially, when we try to run this initial loop, our s of I is not equal to space. This condition won't meet because we just got the space, and then this while loop will go exit, right? And then the reverse will do nothing, it will basically reverse this empty string itself. So before we push this word by reversing it into the answer, we have to do one check here, which is basically checking if our word dot length is greater than 0, and then only we will pass that in our answer, which is going to be answer equal to answer plus equal to word, right? That's it. Now, one more catch here. Since the question asked us to return a string should have single space separating the words. Basically, initially our string was empty like this. When we reverse that, our answer is like this: sky in the in a same string without any space. But our answer should have space between them, right? So we have to modify our bit little here. Before you glue your word in the string answer, you have to give one space. So basically you will have one space, which is space plus word. What I'm trying to say is, before you move your word to string, you will also move that with one word. Now what happens here? Since your answer was like this, EST and YKS, when you reverse this, you will have THE, right? When we reverse this, you will have THE. But your answer was empty, you had THE now. Your space also, you passed the space too. Now in another case, you will reverse this and then your answer will be sky. You'll have space here like that, and then the sky will be here, right? Now how about this leading space? Since we use this will be used in every word. So when we return our answer here after the loop, our returned answer should be answer dot substr substring and then 1. So this will basically return our answer from this particular index, which is the. It will ignore any spaces that it has in the beginning. So that's how we can use our reverse function and then a little bit of logic in order to calculate or complete this particular question. So let me hop over into the actual code that is given in the LeetCode and then try to solve this. So initially our string is given. We will reverse that string, which is going to be using the reverse function, and then s dot begin is going to be the beginning pointer, and then s dot end is going to be my end pointer, right? As soon as I do this, my the if I had this particular answer, the sky, it will be converted to yks ext, right? Or yeah, yks ext. Now I have to reverse each word, right? In order to reverse each word, I will start my loop from integer I equals 0, and then I will say I less than s dot size, and then I plus plus. Now I will define a word here to have my word every time string word is empty, and then I will use one while loop here, which is basically going to be I less than n, and then my string must not be any space. If that's the case, I will move that in my word case of I. Now as soon as I get the space, which is this, the sky has been reversed to yks and then ext. Now I have yks in my word, so word equal to yks, but the loop will continue, and then as soon as I get this space, the loop will go out, and then I'll use the reverse function in this word, right? So what is going to be reverse word dot begin and then word dot end. That will basically reverse our word, and then we have to check what if initially I said what if our answer was like this with certain spacing here, right? In that case, our leading space here would have some spaces in the particular value yk. Before yks we would have some spaces, so in that case this loop will never run, and then we have to make a check here. If our word dot big word dot length is basically greater than 0, if that's the case, then we will simply pass that in our answer with one space too. You have to remember that too, right? Answer plus is going to be one space, and then plus we will say word. Before that we have to initialize our string here, answer, which is going to be empty string. Now as soon as this loop runs, we will return our answer, which is going to be answer, and then we have to do substr 1. Why do we need to do this? Well, we need to do this because when we use this space at every time, at every word, initially the first word will have empty space, right? And then we have to remove that too. Now let's try to run this program, and if it runs or not. If it doesn't, we will try to identify what is the solution. Or oh, I see it won't run because I have done I less than s here. I have to do I less than s that size. All right, so it should now run hopefully. Oh, it's saying time limit exceeded. Okay, what did we do wrong? Let's check. Okay, I just identify that we had to move our pointer too, because if we don't move our pointer, our string or character won't move. So I forgot that. I'm so sorry about that. So I'll try to run it again. This should hopefully run now. Yeah, if you see it here, every test cases has been successfully ran. So let's submit it. And then everything has been successfully submitted too. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video and then learned something from today's video. I will continue to upload more videos anytime soon. Thank you. Bye bye.